Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury. Welcome to Japan, fuckers. And today I'm going for a little walk. It's 5:55 a.m. in the morning, and I thought I'd go for a walk and have a bit of a chat to you about corporate America, my story. Corporate America, my story. And it begins in 2006. I'd previously been working for government. I had a few government contracts, and government sucked. Unless you're an indigenous lesbian, you really never had any chance of securing a job in government. It was a great bludge, government. I used to turn up at 8 o'clock. By 9:15, if I'd bludged, I'd had the whole day's work done. Thank you, emergency services. I really needed that money. So, what happened to ArchieLuxury? What is the KBR story? What happened to Archie? Well, basically I got a job in 2006 with KBR. I really loved it. I got the coffee cup, I got the corporate recruitment pack, and I even got to sing the cheesy KBR corporate song. There's a job to do. There's a job to do. Only KBR can do it. There's a job to do. Only KBR can do it. And I really loved my job. I loved it. I had a salary. I had money coming in. It was all cool. Everything was fantastic. And it was brilliant. I loved it. I loved work. I was making some coin. I was paying the bills. I got my mortgage with my new wife, the Japanese wife. We had a family. I got a Honda Accord. Brand new Honda Accord after that stupid Italian car had fucking shit itself. And things were good. I worked at KBR 3.5, 4 years, from 2006 to late 2009. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. They made me the IT guy, the lead. That was their KBR term instead of manager. You'd say you're a lead. I'm a lead. Lead IT guy on the huge government infrastructure project, the SRWP, fuckers. And it was enjoyable. I really loved it. It was so cool. I had a job. I had a job to do that only KBR could do. And yeah, that's my story. Then that project ended, and this is where I sort of got thrown on the scrap heap. See, what happens at KBR is, even though I had a manager who really liked me, the economy turned tank. It turned shit. And he took an early redundancy instead of sacking most of his workforce. And this is the way it went. This is the way it went, fuckers. It went KBR way. And I remember before my contract ended, they had a position available, but I couldn't get that job because KBR only thinks about KBR. There's a job to do. Only KBR can do it. And see, it's too much hassle to put someone else on the project if I take a full-time job, so I couldn't get that job. Eventually I came back a few times on contract. Oh yeah, when I finished the pipeline, they gave me a 10% bonus. That's right, I got quite a few $1,000 bonus for doing a good job. Then what happened is, after that, I came back and forth to KBR a few times. Then eventually, they initially offered me a full-time job. And then the last minute they said, oh, we're going to make it a 12-month contract. So I didn't care. I was desperate for fucking anything. I took it. And that's when, you know, the things really turned to shit. Is that I did the job, I did the work. Then KBR decided they were going to replace my position with a junior role. And guess what, fuckers? Guess what? I said to them, do I apply or not apply? And they said, oh, it's too... Anyhow, my manager fucking lied to me. I would never forgive her for what she did to me. She really fucking lied to me. And that's why I have this corporate hatred of KBR and the corporate world in America. She lied to me. I said to her, should I apply for it or not apply for it? She said, oh yeah, of course apply for it. Of course, of course, of course. We'd love to have your talent in our pool. Fucking corporate masturbation. I applied for it. They fired me on the spot. I went to a job interview wearing a suit and a tie, and I left with escorted to my desk and left with a pile of shit. And that was it. Corporate America. Nasty fuckers. And I was so conned into corporate America. I was such a good corporate citizen. I would have done anything for these corporate boys. You know, I loved it. I loved my coffee cup. I loved my corporate welcoming pack. They offered me a job in Papua New Guinea. They offered me a job in Iraq along the way, but I never took those opportunities. What's the word? Opportunities? Life-limiting opportunities. I didn't take those. And KBR itself there, well, I suppose I'm unemployable now because of the YouTube fame. No corporate will touch me with a barge pole. I'm completely unemployable. And partly because my family said, oh, don't use your real name. That made me use my real name. So now as soon as you Google search ArchieLuxury or Paul Pluta, I'm plastered all over the fucking internet. And hey, fame and fortune, fuckers. And see, you guys thought it was all fantastic. No, it's not. It's not. So that's the corporate story, the KBR corporate story. And they spat my boss out. He was a great boss, Barry. A little bit conservative, but he was a pretty good boss. Good boss man. So that's what happened to my KBR story. Corporate America shafted me big time. I love those boys. I loved corporate America. And basically the work dried up, and instead of looking after me, they escorted me to my desk, and they treated me like a villain. Look, you corporate fuckers at KBR, you cunts are the villain, not me. And I tell you what, I'm fucking nothing more dangerous than a fucking guy who loved you and cared for you and nurtured you than one who's turned against you, you bastards, you fuckers.